Hey everyone, it's Zeke, and in this video I'll be talking about the difference between using credit cards and Bitcoin to pay for things. So let's get right into it. Now before we get into this, I'll just explain a little bit about what Bitcoin is and how it works, just in case you didn't know already. When it was launched, it was basically meant to be like a new way to pay for things and like hold money, and it was in a decentralized way, meaning that there's no government or bank in control of it. So yeah, it's been over a decade since it came out, and it's still not really like the new way to pay for things, and it hasn't really taken over banks yet, but there's been some progress made. The idea of an alternate currency outside of government agencies and digital assets are like a strong opinion for a lot of people. So Bitcoin is still rolling strong, and there's lots of other cryptos out there now. Even though Bitcoin isn't the world's main form of currency, the number of places accepting it and the amount of people using it as investments and just holding money and paying for things with it has increased a lot over the years. So there's many advantages as using Bitcoin over traditional payment methods like credit cards. So let's first understand how Bitcoin actually works. So like I said before, it's decentralized, so no one has authority over it, and it's secured by a bunch of computers doing complex math problems, which is called mining, and they're basically just adding transactions to a blockchain and verifying them. And the blockchain is Bitcoin's like database and removes any need for like a company to store all this stuff. So yeah, Bitcoin isn't issued by any government or bank. Instead, it is issued by like mining it basically. And miners can then receive the Bitcoin and sell it or hold it. And anyone with a smartphone or computer can buy Bitcoin with fiat currency as long as you're like the age of minority in your country. And one of the main advantages of using Bitcoin is that it makes like international payments way easier. I've been in a couple situations where I've needed to send money to another country, but my normal methods don't work for that. So like I try using PayPal, but like there's limits and fees and just all this random stuff that you have to like deal with. It just gives like a big headache. So, I just use Bitcoin to send money that way to someone in the United States because I'm from Canada. And literally all I had to do was just open my wallet and send Bitcoin. Like there's no like limits or any like questions they ask you. It's really simple, and that's why I like it. And like it's because it's decentralized. Like it doesn't matter how much I'm sending or where I'm sending it to. So yeah. All right, so let's talk about using credit cards and compare it to using Bitcoin. Now I'm gonna just use like credit cards and like just. When I say credit cards, I mean like paying with PayPal, paying with cash, paying with like basic stuff, and comparing it against crypto. So yeah, pretty much everyone uses like the normal way to pay for things, but there's a lot of people who hold crypto and Bitcoin and whatnot. So the main problem with this is that most places don't really accept this. Like it's not really like taken over the way to pay for things. So you still have to use credit cards and cash to pay for things. But like the good thing about Bitcoin is that it's removed the need for like a middleman when making transactions, and you're the one who actually holds the coins. Like they don't belong to a bank, because when you have money on your bank account, it's actually the bank's money. You just have like access to it. And then when transactions are made, they go through the blockchain directly to the person you're sending it to or receiving it from. And this is like a public database, so you don't really have to provide any personal details like your name and address, because no one is monitoring you. So that's a big advantage, which obviously this could be used for like criminal activities, but it can also be used for a lot of good things as well. So it's like pros and cons basically. And using credit cards is a bit different. You're basically just giving permission to a company to take money from your account, and this goes through a bank and like a bunch of other processes. There's actually like 5 to 6 different places your money goes through when using credit cards. So there's the credit card company, the company you're buying something from, the company's bank, your bank, and then sometimes a third party like payment processor. So since there are so many different places, obviously your money goes through like all these things, and then there's fees because each person it goes to, they got to make money somehow, so they take a small cut of it. So like the transaction fees for using credit cards can typically be a lot higher than just using Bitcoin. Now this doesn't like usually apply to the person like paying for something. So say you go to like a grocery store and you pay with your credit card, there's not really fees that you have to pay. It's mostly like the grocery store, like they have to pay for like being able to use that card processing. So even though it doesn't affect you, it does affect like like just normal businesses. If they used crypto, then the fees are a lot less. Now this is a little controversial, but this is just an example. Also, like credit cards can be easily stolen. Like obviously crypto is much more secure as long as you know how to use it properly. But in the States, like you give your card to like a cashier or like waiter, and they take it away from you, and then they could obviously just like copy the numbers down and then use it later. So, like don't give your card to an untrusty like cashier or something. With Bitcoin, it's way more secure than that. So what are the main differences? Well, basically Bitcoin works by having like a public QR code or wallet address that anyone can use to send you Bitcoin. And then there's the private keys that give you access over your wallet, which the private keys you don't want to share with anyone. And when making transactions with Bitcoin, it goes right to the wallet you were sending it to. Like there's no need for all those like middlemans with credit cards. Another thing is that Bitcoin is way more secure because it's much harder to hack than a credit card. Something you can't just copy down numbers from. Like as long as you're not giving away your private keys to someone, like there's not really much way to hack it unless you like are online or something and authorize your wallet to something, like if you're dealing with NFTs or something. I've seen that happen before. But yeah, like obviously you have to like the main downside of like crypto is that like there's no institution or like centralized system to like help you if something happens. Like if you send crypto to the wrong wallet, like it's gone. You can't really get it back unless you know that wallet. So yeah, I guess it's also similar to like sending an e-transfer to someone. Not sure if you guys know what e-transfers are. It's like something in Canada you can do is you just send money directly to like another bank account. It's also, I guess, with like PayPal, like sending like the family and friends option. So like if you send that money, then like there's not really a way to get it back unless you do like the goods and services thing, which then PayPal helps you out with that. But there's nothing like that for crypto. Like there's no way of like accidentally sending money and then getting it back. Or like if you have a credit card and like there's an unauthorized transaction, like the credit card company can charge back and whatnot. But there's none of that with crypto, so it's pretty bad. But yeah, so it's like if someone's like uneducated on how crypto works and they mess up, then they're kind of screwed. So it might not be good for them to use crypto, and it might just be better for them to use the bank system. But yeah, so is Bitcoin safer than credit cards? Yeah, like it's really hard to hack. It's person to person, so there's no way transaction can be intercepted. However, if you lose your private wallet keys or send Bitcoin to the wrong address, there's no bank or institution to help you out, so it can be a security risk. Credit cards also have concerns though, like they could be lost or stolen, but there's always a company to protect you and help you if anything happens. So like there's pros and cons to all of it. It's really up to you which one you want to use. Maybe crypto will be like used everywhere around the world in the future, but you never know what could happen. I just wanted to make this video to basically go over the difference between like, you know, like why would you use a credit card or why would you use Bitcoin? So yeah, that's just what I wanted to share, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like so you can see more videos like this, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.